Hey guys, welcome to my first video for TU8. I know it's been a while. The last build I put up were for TU7, so this is the first one in the series. So the first one I'm tackling is the various shield builds you get. There's quite a lot of videos already on shield builds, but I decided, okay, I'll just share whatever my experience is using shields. I use them extensively in the campaign in New York, in Warlords. So basically, I've ended up with this one. This is my favorite one, or the favorite way to run it. So I'll first tell you I'm using the technician. I'm using that for the artificer because what the artificer does, it heals your shield every couple of seconds. So the artificer, what it does, you see there where it says skill refresh 9 seconds. So basically every 9 seconds it will refresh my shield completely every 9 seconds. So I just need to avoid having my shield break for 9 seconds and it will refresh itself. So I think the best way to do that is to move in and out of cover while you hold the shield up firing at NPCs. That's the best way to keep it up because it only has my one only has 4.6 million health. Okay, and the reason why I'm not using the what the guys call the unkillable or the infinite shield is the one that's the bulwark. Why I'm not using the bulwark is because I hate using sidearms. So that one has the most health you can get, 13.3 million. It has the highest active regeneration as well, and the highest damage taken modifier, which means this one will eat a lot. Players will eat through it faster. So I'm using the tier 6. I'm using the Crusader, the ballistic shield. The reason why I'm using it, I know it doesn't protect my legs, but that's besides the point. I just like being able to use my primary, my secondary, and my sidearm if I have to. If I run out of ammo, I can use the sidearm. I do not want to be limited by the deflector and the bulwark. It limits you to only use a sidearm, which I hate. I don't like doing. I don't want to use the firewall anymore with the shield because I also like that one a lot. So I'm using the tier 6. You can see the active regeneration 60%, 250% shield, and 40% holstered regeneration. Like I've said, what the artificer does, what it does. It has 13 charges, 400% charge efficiency, 280% health, and 8% skill refresh. So every 8 seconds, it gives me a full shield. Basically, I don't need to deploy it even. I just keep it on there. Every 8 seconds, 8 seconds, 9 seconds, maybe, yeah, 8 seconds, 9 seconds, as it says your skill refresh, and then it will give you a brand new shield. It will fill out the armor of the shield. That's my choice of specialization. The other, let me just start with the backpack. In solo play and group play, I recommend for myself. I use the protector because when your shield is damaged, you gain 5% bonus armor, and all other allies gain 15% of your armor as bonus armor for 3 seconds. So your shield will get damaged all the time. So that means every 3 seconds I get 5% bonus armor, 5% of 1.2 million I get, and my allies will get 15% of that 1.2 million I have. They have that every 3 seconds, they get 15% of that. So it keeps not only me alive, it keeps my allies alive. For solo play, I use the 0Fs. I wish I could fill out the 170. I wish I could find a chest with 170 armor. I haven't been that lucky yet. Um, Perfectly unbreakable, which is quite. So if somebody hits me, they flank me. They because the only way you can basically then die from the shield, or most likely way for you to die, is someone hits you from the back or from the side with a shield, or they hit you in the legs. Then unbreakable can actually it can save you to get to cover or to maneuver yourself better. So that's why I'm using that. If in a group running a group, I use Vanguard. Um, I use Vanguard. So, because deploying a shield makes it invulnerable for 5 seconds and grants 45% of your armor as bonus armor to all other allies for 20 seconds. I have not found a level 40 perfect Vanguard yet. I had one at level 33, 34. As I was going through the campaign in Warlords, I had perfect Vanguard, but obviously I can't use it now anymore because then the base armor is pretty. But it would have been a purple piece, and I don't actually want purple pieces on this build, so that's why I have Vanguard and not perfect Vanguard. But in solo play, perfect unbreakable. Team play, Vanguard, perfect Vanguard. That's the combinations I find. The other pieces don't actually really matter. Um, I would actually what I would like to change here is I would like to have a third piece of badger to have armor percentage on kill. So that's the I'm having a badger holster with 133%, 133,000 armor. I would like to fill that out because I only on the way I have this build set up, I only have armor on the chest and I have armor on the holster. Um, to fill out my 1.2. I can have it a lot more, but the more I put it up, the less my shield will be effective. So that's why I have only have armor on those two, on three pieces. Sorry, and so I have three with armor, with as core attribute, three armor core attribute, and three with skill tier. So I would actually this overload I'm using for the rifle damage. I would actually like to fit a Fenris in here, either a Fenris knee or a Fenris mask, so I can have a little bit of damage there as well. If I don't find it, I'll just stick a badger. If I can find a badger mask that's suitable, and then I would do that. But I would prefer to have three piece badger. I'll prefer to have that one, two, maybe three, the overload there, and I have the Fenris there. So either a Fenris glove, a Fenris knee, or a Fenris mask, or I can have the overload. So basically, that's the piece I'm gonna play with. I can play with a badger, I can play with the overload, I can play with the assault rifle, because I don't actually need any more skill stuff, as I put it. The only thing I would actually put on here is maybe skill haste to have the artificer to have that refresh a bit sooner. Maybe if I can get it out to 7 seconds, 6 seconds. So maybe Alps would be a good idea, but then I'll lose a bit of damage. But I want to have one overload. I want to have one Fenris on here, so if I need to use the weapon to help out my team, I can do that. Otherwise, I just basically have a pea shooter. 53,000 is not a lot. 53.9k. 15% assault rifle. I would actually like to have more damage to armor. The Optimus I'm happy with. I'm happy on this gun with the core attribute of the assault rifle and the Optimus. I'm happy with that. The damage to armor, the health, I'm not happy with. The classic M1A. Um, this rifleman, he doesn't really benefit me that much. I'm actually going to roll Optimus on here instead of rolling the 11% rifle damage I have. I'll rather put Optimus on because I prefer shooting from distance rather than up close. So I don't land a lot of headshots really. I mean, if I do, it's mostly by luck if I end up doing it. So Optimus would benefit me a bit more because I like shooting from range. That's also why I chose the Police M4 is because of that stability, that laser beaming, and the same with the classic M1A. There is other guns I could actually use like the MK16 replica, or that's what it's called if you roll it, if you craft it yourself. But the MK16 is really good. That's actually really good. MK17 is also really good. That's if you don't have either one of these two. The boomstick, that's just as a last resort because like I've said, I hate using sidearms, but it can really hurt an NPC. You have Optimus on there. So guys, that's basically my build. I would like to swap out a few pieces, but at the core of the build is the Artificer, the chest talent perfect unbreakable, the Vanguard perfect Vanguard, and the protector. I don't know if you get the perfect protector. I don't know if you get that, but protector, it keeps you alive, allies alive, whether you're alone or with a team. So guys, that's basically the build. I'll see if I can put up some gameplay. I don't have gameplay of this version. I have lots of gameplay of all the where I'm using the striker one. I have a lot of gameplay where I'm using the striker one, but I actually just want to record some stuff where I'm using this version here and put that up instead. I have a bounty. Okay, that bounty. Oh, I lost the bounty. So anyway, let me go do that and see if I can record something using this specific build. But basically, guys, that's all the shield builds you can get. If you want to use sidearm only, if you want to be a real tank, like the most tank you can get, you use that one, the bulwark, or you can use a deflector. But then I don't want to use either of those because I don't like being limited to sidearm only, and that's why I'm using the Crusader, so I can use all my weapons, even though it leaves my legs exposed. That's okay. This build's more to distract the NPCs while my glass cannon guys or the while they actually flank and deal with all the NPCs. They can focus me. It's fine. The artificer will keep my shield up. So as long as the NPCs don't shoot me in the leg or they flank me or they get me from behind, then it's all good. So thanks for tuning in, guys. That's the shield build in TU8 and a few variations. Actually, something I actually forgot. You could actually use your guns that have shaders on it. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's a rifle, assault rifle, SMG, you can have put shaders on, and you can use the bleed dive you can use because I use that in the campaign. The stinger, use that one if you're looking for a bit more damage on this build, and if you don't care about that, about the artificer having to refresh you all the time. I don't actually know if it works. I don't know if the artificer actually works if you use a stinger hive or not. I don't know if that works. I actually don't know. No, it's selected. So you have to, okay, so you have to stick with the artificer, or you can use the bleed hive if you have someone that can heal you constantly the whole time. They can buff the team. You have a healer. You can use a stinger hive for a bit more damage. That's the other thing you can do, other possibility. Or you can use seekers, bleed seekers, whatever you want to do. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Catch you all later.